Welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Tuesday, the 24th of June, 2025. I am Jasmine Thomas. In a continued effort to stimulate economic activity and provide financial relief to citizens and residents, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis is pleased to announce the 2025 schedule for discounted value-added tax VAT rate days. Building on the success of previous initiatives, these designated days will offer significant savings on qualifying purchases during key shopping periods later this year. The following dates have been approved for discounted VAT. Back to school discounted VAT rate days, Friday, August 15 and Saturday, August 16. Vehicles are excluded from the discounted rate during this period, while the Christmas discounted VAT rate days are Friday, December 12 and Saturday, December 20. Vehicles are included in the discounted rate during this festive period. This initiative aims to ease the financial burden on families preparing for the new school year while boosting consumer spending and supporting local retailers during key seasonal periods. It also enhances affordability for households during the festive Christmas season, including major purchases like vehicles, and encourages compliance within the VAT system. Retailers should ensure their point of sale systems are updated and clearly communicate the reduced VAT rate to customers during the specified periods. The Ministry of Justice and Legal Affairs has successfully secured over $1 million in international funding and technical support to accelerate wide-ranging reforms within the Federation's justice system. The milestone achievement, spearheaded by the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice and Legal Affairs, Senator Garth Wilkin, and Permanent Secretary Narissa Williams, marks a strategic shift toward data-driven, rights-based, and regionally integrated approaches to justice. The Ministry's 2025 reform program is being delivered through robust partnerships with international and regional institutions, including the United Nations Development Program (UNDP), United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime (UNODC), European Union-funded El Pacto, UN Women, and the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights (OHCHR). We are building a justice system that is modern, human-centered, and regionally respected. These investments reflect the trust and confidence our international partners place in our reform vision and sustainable island state agenda. Together with our international partners, we intend to deliver real change, fewer delays, fairer outcomes, and better protection for the vulnerable, said Attorney General Wilkin. St. Kitts and Nevis and West Indies batsman Mikhail Louis is not resting on his laurels after winning the CWI Whipper in West Indies Championship Player of the Year Award for 2023-2024. Louis, speaking to Cricket West Indies media officer Jerome Foster, said his goals is to represent the regional team in all formats of the game. Here's more.
Mikhail Louis, our regional 4-day championship player of the year for 2023-2024. Mikhail broke into the West Indies team after 7 first-class matches. A phenomenal effort. He made his test debut at Lord's. Mikhail, how do you feel to cup this award?
I'm feeling great, man. Obviously, it's a great honor, a great pleasure to be amongst great people, accomplished players, and I'm just feeling great just to be here amongst them and to receive an award in front of them.
You're the first Kittitian to play for the West Indies in either format, whether Test, ODI, T20 cricket, and to have this award to go with what you have achieved for 2024, what is it that you need to do to continue to raise the bar?
Well, this is just a start for me. Honestly, I would like to represent the West Indies on all formats, and this is just basically a reward for the hard work that I have put in the past. Moving forward, I would like to work harder so I can represent the West Indies in all formats and basically make the Caribbean proud.
The Kittitian himself, the Leeward Islands opener, the West Indies opener, Mikhail Louis.
In regional news, the United Nations is sounding the alarm over a dire shortfall in funding for humanitarian operations in Haiti. The warning states that the country's most vulnerable, especially women and children, face escalating risks amid deepening insecurity and displacement. UN spokesperson Stephanie Dujarric told reporters Monday that the 2025 humanitarian appeal and response plan for Haiti, which seeks US $908 million, is only 8% funded to date, with just US $75 million in hand. The UN says the response is gravely under-resourced. Dujarric noted a particularly troubling 41% spike in gender-based violence cases between April and May alone, with the number of incidents rising from nearly 2,700 to over 3,800 in just 1 month. Women and girls made up the majority of survivors, and internally displaced persons accounted for over 60% of the cases. And now for news on the international scene. In what authorities are calling the largest child recovery operation in Florida history and possibly the nation's, law enforcement officials rescued 60 missing children and arrested 8 suspects in a sweeping 2-week initiative dubbed Operation Dragon Eye. Led by the U.S. Marshal's Office and coordinated with 20 agencies across Central Florida, the operation targeted the recovery of critically missing children in the Tampa Bay area. The children aged 9 to 17 were provided with immediate care, support services, and safe housing upon rescue. The 8 defendants arrested during the operation face a range of charges including human trafficking, child endangerment, drug possession, and drug trafficking. The Florida Department of Children and Families, DCF, played a vital role by helping shape the operation's recovery protocols, offering critical information and ensuring safe accommodations and ongoing care for the children. Under the steadfast leadership of Governor DeSantis, the Florida Department of Children and Families remains unrelenting when it comes to the protection, safety, and well-being of some of the most vulnerable Floridians, or children, said DCF Secretary Taylor Hatch. Florida Department of Law Enforcement Commissioner Mark Glass emphasized the broader impact: 60 kids saved. That number sends the message that Florida will never be a safe place for traffickers. Glass also reaffirmed the state's commitment to families still searching for their children. Officials say the success of Operation Dragon Eye underscores Florida's determination to combat human trafficking and protect its most vulnerable residents. And now for the weather. Present weather is cloudy with dust haze. Winds are moderate from the east at 14 miles per hour. Seas are 1.5 to 2.8 meters or 5 to 8 feet with northeasterly swells of 1.5 meters or 5 feet. High surf and small craft advisories remain in effect. The weather forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis predicts partly cloudy and hazy with 20% or a slight chance of brief passing showers. Tonight is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy with a 20% or slight chance of a brief passing shower. Sunset today will be at 6:48. Sunrise tomorrow morning will be at about 5:39. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you.